Welcome back to your YouTube channel. My name is Crystal.
And my name is Oscar.
And in today's video, we're going to be speaking about becoming one with your higher self.
Becoming one with your higher self. So what does it take to become one with your higher self? From where you are now and that higher self version. What's the difference between your higher self and you where you are now? This is what we're going to be uncovering in this video and give you some tips to start your journey.
Yes, and as always, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, What's Some of the Coaching, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's start this evolution.
Yeah.
And we're back. Alright, so we're with a buddy here. We're just expressing our nature, our true nature, universal truths. So we decided to share this space with this beautiful resemblance of the creator of consciousness, right? So let's dive into this video. So let's talk about, Crystal, the journey, okay, of becoming one with your higher self. What can they expect when they decide, you know what, I want to become one with my higher self. I'm done being my current self and I'm ready to become my higher self.
Then is when you start the process of purification, acceptance, transcending that old self to become this new self that you see, that you envision. And going through the process of purification, you have to cry, you have to accept those portions of yourself that you know that you have to change and that you don't want to change, but you know that to become that person that you want to be, or that higher self, you got to go through that, because if not, it will never unleash that source to you.
And this is what we call awakening. For all of those out there that are seeing this on social media or that don't know about it, well, this whole process, which you just called, is called an awakening. You're awakening to a higher truth. You're awakening to the truth of who you are, which is you want to express your greater version. You want to be the creator of your reality. You want to live the life of your dreams. And so you decide, gosh, to live the life of my dreams, I actually got to become the resemblance of that life.
First. And then it will come that life.
And then the life will then become a reflection of all the choices you made, all the choosing that you did, choosing you.
Inner world first, then outer world reflected.
Exactly. So this is what is meant by becoming one with your higher self. You awaken, you start to cry, accept. You realize that evolution is calling you.
You deal with your karma.
You deal with your karma. You clear it all up. You forgive. You're no longer
karma free.
You're karma free. You're no longer wanting to be angry, and you start realizing that, wow, I can be such a great person. I have so much potential. Now, what does that potential look like when you start to embody it? And again, that equals higher self embodiment, higher self expression.
Yes. So, Oscar, let's give the viewers some, like, 2 tips. You can give them one. I'm going to give them another one in regards higher self.
Okay. So, in regards to the higher self, the tip that I want to go ahead and express is going to be that, again, your current self is usually the self that wants to change into the highest self. So again, higher self already has the word higher. So I want you to understand that this is a resemblance to higher consciousness, because that higher self of yours is your self that has reached a higher level of consciousness. It's a higher expression of you. It's you making your best choice on and on again until you become the best choice. And the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act. So then you become that higher self-expression. And it happens once you start to purify yourself. You see, when you start to purify yourself, you start to resemble the divine. A lot of the times we look up to the divine, angels, God, the creator, universe, because we realize that there is a beautiful perfection, a beautiful synchronization, a beautiful unity and expression of life itself that is literally infinite, has infinite possibilities, is magical, and can set us free to be who we are. So when you start to purify yourself, you start to let go of all that you're not to then become your real self, then you start seeing life in a whole different way. And not only that, the reward that you get is that you get to unify with all your best qualities. Sometimes qualities that you never knew would be unleashed until you finally chose yourself. And the last thing in regards to divinity is that this divinity that you're going to resemble, the reason you're resembling it is because you yourself are pure. You purified all those portions of your energy on all the levels of your being, the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act, so that you become a resemblance, and literally, essentially, you can call yourself a channel for God, Creator, Universe, because you're allowing it through your own purity to flow through your open heart, because now you know that your life is about being you, picking the best choice, the highest road to your best self, and expressing the creation.
Yes. So another tip number 2.
Yeah. Number one, number two.
Number 2. Unconditional love. And the reason why I go back to unconditional love is because sometimes we think that this higher self is something outside of ourself, and it's not. It's you talking to your head, the way that you act. And how do you act? You act based on unconditional love, or you act on those belief systems that keeps you trapped in conditional love
Or
fear. So one of the things that I do, and I keep doing to myself today, is I this affirmation. I choose to accept myself, this portion of myself, with an open heart, so I can keep moving forward. So everything that
One more time.
I choose to accept myself with an open heart. I choose to accept this portion of myself with an open heart, so I can keep moving forward. What are those portions? Fear. Whatever that comes to your mind that is aligned with fear, that's not you. So make the affirmation. Okay, I choose to accept this portion of myself with an open heart, so I can keep moving forward and act contrary to that thought. So you already know that you're acting towards love and not fear.
So in other words, basically, if you want to get acquainted with your higher self, you want to begin to embody your higher self, it's allowing yourself to disengage to all the unconscious, unpure, negative, fear-based portions of yourself, which essentially, like she said, is not you. So don't participate in it. You have permission. Do not participate in those aspects of yourself, also known as our shadows, our dark side, right? Our shadow self. Again, the duality of the human being, the duality of creation. That's all good and dandy, but guess what? The next step to duality is unity. So, and this is what it means to become one with your higher self. You become united with all of you. And what are you? Creation itself, expressing itself uniquely
through you.
Through your fundamental portion, which we call Oscar, Crystal, our vessels, right? And we're here to be uniquely us, to then express that to the world. And this took a journey, an awakening, so that we can reach this portion of ourselves which is whole, it's liberated, it's free.
Don't worry, you will cry, you will, how do you say pataletear in English?
Pataletear, so
like a baby, like,
yeah.
You will whine and complain.
Yeah, whine and complain.
Yes.
You know, you might even go down a dark road of depression, right? But usually this ends with you waking up during that dark road of depression.
But at the end of the tunnel,
light,
there's the light.
The light at the end of the tunnel. So you can jump inside of a big black hole, but guess what? In that black hole, you're gonna see the light. And that's where you find yourself and you say, good Lord, I don't want to keep participating in this current version of myself because it's not who I want to be. So if you're not allowed to be who you want to be right now, then what is that? Why aren't you able to just be your best version right now without a problem?
It's you getting in the way of your own self.
So
that's for today.
Like we said, sweet, concise, not
and
too
short.
long. And this is the way, a way of many to embody your higher self. Much love. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.